Welcome to Let Jaime Talk. I am Jaime in the studio with Brett, and I actually saw Ben here. Did you see Ben?
I didn't see him, but his car was here, so I knew he was still here.
He was here. I was surprised, and I was like, "Hey, you going to be on the show today?" He was like, "Nah, I got to go to work."
Yeah.
So,
gosh.
So anyway, we had a quick chat, which is great. Which we talk almost every day.
Yeah.
You know, because
I see him 10 times a day.
Well,
my phone messages, if you look at it, it's Jaime, Ben, my kid, maybe my wife in there, but most of the time my wife and I are texting. You text your wife or do you talk to her?
Oh, yeah, no,
on the phone?
Both, all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I think you guys talk more than on the phone.
We do. I do. I call her. I'm like, "Hey, babe, what you doing?"
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, "Quit calling me."
She's like the same thing I was doing 10 minutes ago.
Goodbye, please.
Yes.
No, she's not like that. But
she never calls you and asks you what you're doing, does she?
Well, here's the thing. I need her to do stuff for me during the day. Like while I'm at work, right? I'm like, "Honey, can you, and you want me to give you the list?"
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, and she's great. She's got a little more time, not really during the day, but she doesn't go to work, but she just like keeps our house, which is way more than like a regular job.
Amen to that.
And the kids, 3 kids. So
Absolutely.
She is the only one that actually knows what's going on, like with where the kids are supposed to be every day. And of course, keeping the whole house. So that's a huge task. And she does a great job. But I'm like, "Honey, I think my truck key fob battery's dead. Can you change the batteries in my key fobs? The alarm system's got a dead battery in the sensor, and it keeps saying front door entry sensor not responding."
I hate that.
And if you let 2 or 3 of those things add up, it's a list that it reads to you every time you turn the alarm on or off. And it takes like a long time for this
door, back door, basement window.
Every door. There is not a sensor that works in your whole house.
Don't tell anybody what you use because
glass shatter, a sound sensor not responding.
Speaking of glass, I'll tell you that in a second. Go ahead.
And I think I told the story when it happened, when I woke up in the middle of the night with a smoke alarm beeping, like the battery's dying. Did I tell that story? It's a long story, so I probably won't tell it. Okay, whatever. I'll tell you the abbreviated version.
Okay.
You know how terrible it is in the middle of the night when you hear it's the chirp, beep, beep, and you're like, "Oh, where'd it come from?" And
trying to track it down.
Like it was in the middle of the night, so of course I'm asleep, and I hear it chirp, and I'm like, "Oh man, nobody else is going to get it. This is my job, right?" So I go out, I try to find which one it was, and I couldn't tell. It's like, how can they project their sound to different places, and you can't tell what room it's in? So my kids are asleep. My daughter's in a different bedroom. My kids are up. My 2 boys are in another bedroom. And so I go, I have to, after I hear it chirp a few times, I have to systematically figure out where it is because I can't just tell.
Sure.
All right. So I wander upstairs and I go into one of the bedrooms that there's nobody in. I go in there, I shut the door, so I'm in the room, and I'm so tired too that I, like, every time I go to somewhere to do this, I will like just close my eyes and stand there, thinking I'll get some rest while I'm waiting, standing up.
It's logical.
So then I wait inside that room, and then I hear it chirp, and I'm like, "Nope, it wasn't in this room." So I go and I close that door, and I go out to go to the next room, go to my kids' room, shut the door. I'm in there waiting, sleeping, standing up. Hear it chirp. Nope, it's not that room. I leave that room. I stand in the hallway because there's one just right outside the door. So I close the door to the bedroom. I stand out there. I do this like 5 to 6 times because there's a ton of these smoke alarms. And then finally I narrow it down to the one that's in the hallway right in front of my bedroom. So like there's one in the ceiling, and then there's one like right inside my bedroom. They're literally like...
So you could have, solved the problem in like 5 steps from your bed.
It gets better. They're this far apart.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
They're just on the other sides of the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, "Oh, sweet. It's this one in the hallway." And I'm like, I finally figured it out. It took me like, I don't know, 10 minutes probably. It seemed like a longer time than that in the middle of the night. And so I finally said, "This is the one." I pulled the battery out. It's a 9-volt. We have a big basket of batteries. Probably everybody does. Every kind of battery that you commonly use in your house. No 9 volts.
Of course not.
No 9 volts. And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I know I have 9 volts in my trailer, but it's in a bunch of stuff locked up outside in a giant trailer with stuff covered up all in it." I'm like, I can't do that. But I'm like, where do I have a 9 volt? My guitars, my acoustic guitars. So I go upstairs again, and I start taking, now my battery things are inside the sound hole. Okay. So you can't just take them out. It doesn't have a little pop-up cover. So you have to detune the guitars. So now I'm in the upstairs in my music room, detuning for like 3 different acoustic
I would have
guitars.
grabbed a sledgehammer by now.
Shoving your hand through the strings, trying to just detune it just enough to get your hand in there, pulling these 9 volts out. I had 2 or 3 of them, and I take them downstairs. I try one, and then you sit there and wait.
Mm-hmm. And see if it works.
It didn't work. And then each time you do this, if you don't know, to reset it after one gets the battery low, you have to push the test button, which makes it beep at full volume. Mm-hmm. And then you'll hear beep, 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 beep. Like all of them in the whole house, they have a quick little chat, and they say, yeah, we're all here. And then that resets it, right? So I do that with 3 different 9 volts. Mm-hmm. None of them work. And then you sit there and wait again to make sure you fixed the problem. Didn't work. So you know what I do? I know this is a long story, and I'm really sorry, but this is going to resonate with somebody that has done the same thing.
It's already resonating. It's give me the yips.
Well, I
hate it.
So then I get dressed, I drive down to town to the 24-hour gas station. All right. The 24-hour gas station has 9 volt batteries. I paid $10 for one battery. I come home. I think, yes, finally, I'm going to get some rest. I got this. I put the battery in. I do the test, and then I sit there and wait. Chirp. Same thing, bro. We're 30, 40 minutes into this thing now. All right. So I'm like, what can it be? So then I'm like, I untwist it and I'm going to disconnect this thing. Mm-hmm. I'm unwiring it now. Mm-hmm. Okay. I did that. I go put it in the kitchen with no battery in it, disconnected from the wiring. Mm-hmm. I'm about to get back in bed. Chirp. What? You're kidding me. I'm about to go psycho by this point. And then I realized I had added an alarm that I forgot about that's with the security system. It has a fire and
of course,
something.
CO2.
And it is in the
carbon
same
monoxide.
It's in the same hallway on the wall right behind me. So it was there the whole time. So I'm thinking, oh, well, at least I got a new battery. I pulled that thing open. Guess what?
No battery.
Stupid, weird size battery.
Yeah.
Some kind of not normal battery.
Yep.
But luckily, I just took it apart. Took the batteries out because it was a battery only type. Mm-hmm. No power supply. That's my story, man. That's what happened to me. And I'm just going to say I'm thankful, at least, that it was within reach. Like we're talking, this is 6 feet off the floor. Now, every house that we build that has a high ceiling.
Oh, for sure.
Guess what?
I was thinking it was going to be in your foyer, which is 2 stories.
It is. Okay, so there's a code in residential North Carolina. There has to be a smoke alarm within a foot, the maximum distance of a foot from the highest point of any ceiling in the whole house, basically. So like if you have a really high living room.
It's got to be up there.
Yeah, even though I guess I don't think you are required to have one in a living room, but if it is the highest point in a room in the ceiling, I don't know. I'm not sure. The idea is that if you have a tall ceiling, there's going to be one at the top.
Let's just talk about it in the mega house. It's 20 feet off the ground.
In the mega house, you better have a big ladder.
All over the place, actually.
There's high ceilings.
The hallway, outside the bedrooms,
That's
upstairs. Right. Oof. Yeah.
Okay. So
tell Alexa to bring a BB gun.
I mean, I guess if you did, yeah. If you did what you're supposed to do, which is replace your battery every year.
Yep.
All of them. They won't do that because they won't.
Yeah, but they also have a life. They're not like permanent. They have like a 10-year lifespan.
With the smoke alarm itself.
Yes.
The device.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think I read that somewhere. Like they go bad. But so do, whatchamacallit, GFIs.
Oh, I was going to say light bulbs. But by the way, I have some insight into some lights.
Ooh.
It's not really.
All right, we'll get there.
It's not really in the. We'll talk about it in a Jaime in the Wild because I'm having an idea for a Jaime in the Wild video.
All right.
And if people watching the podcast or listening don't know, we make videos on YouTube that are in the same channel, Let Jaime Talk channel on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So we make videos about building stuff in a woodworking shop. We make videos about trucks and construction and
whatever stupid stuff comes into Jaime or mine or Ben's head.
It can be a little random. Yeah. But usually what we try to do is include some information that's useful to people. Mm-hmm. Even if the topic itself is not highly useful, I try to bring in things that help me in my day-to-day. How do I get stuff done? How do I make it efficient? How do I make my life easier, better, less stressful, things like that. Mm-hmm. And so, me and Brett thought of a great video idea the other day.
Oh my gosh.
About what happens with all my scrap wood and all that in my shop.
It wasn't my idea.
So we filmed a whole video, and you'll never see it.
Yeah.
Because it was terrible.
Yeah. Maybe clips here and there.
We'll pull some clips.
But it was so bad. I mean, like, it just...
Yeah. Do you know...
Petered out, baby.
I don't know that most people, because most people don't think about this. It's hard to come up with ideas all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
YouTube is insatiable. You can't put too many videos out. You can't put too much content out. Everybody wants to see something new or hear something new or learn something new or have something that they already know rewrapped in a different way and presented again in an exciting fashion. So, you know, part of our job is like trying to come up with ideas, and we brainstorm all the time, but we don't always come up with good ideas.
Well, we think they're good ideas until you put them on film, and then they're not, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, and people, you know, are very outspoken about what they think about our videos.
Yeah.
Perkins Builder videos and our videos, because the comment section.
Yeah.
And it has generated enough
absolutely
extra content for us to have this entire channel.
That's right.
So thanks for that.
Gives Jamie and I an excuse to sit here on Friday mornings and chit chat and have coffee.
That's right. Well, I'd love to start doing some comments unless you got something else.
I do, real quick. On a follow up to that. So I don't know if everybody knows, but we do Jamie and Wild videos. They're published on Saturdays, so check them out. And it's more of a hands-on type of thing. It's either learning or fun or something stupid like, what does Jamie do with this scrap wood?
They'll never know.
Shout out to our Patreon members. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
It is very helpful because we don't have any advertisers.
So, we don't have sponsors. We'll talk about that later.
We have no sponsors. And then also, we've got some sales on the website, PerkinsBuilderBrothers.com, on merch. There's some sales on now, and there'll be some Black Friday, Small Business Saturday sales going on too. So you guys check those out. And that's all I got if you want to dive into the videos.
Okay, I am ready. So we're going to...
Just so you know, Jamie was prepared with like episodes 17, 117, 118, 119, 120, right? So we got like 100 questions. Just
wrong.
Kidding. Just kidding.
Wrong. I've got a standard amount of comments on my phone here. Is it on my camera here?
It is.
Can you tell me?
Yes.
All right, this is what I got right here. Can you even see that? I know you can't zoom while we're here. I'm going to just move it closer. That's what I got.
All right.
This is all the pictures of the comments that I took this morning.
Okay.
I got up super early and just watched the videos and listened to comments, or so I can't even talk. Watch the video.
Yeah.
Read the comments. Take pictures of them.
Let me ask you a quick question first.
Okay, what?
How are you liking the Chevy?
I love the Chevy.
Somebody's like, when are we going to see the Chevy? But how is the Chevy? It's been a couple weeks, right?
I love this thing like unbelievable.
All right.
It's
Good.
like I didn't know how much I could love one.
Good.
See?
Yes.
I just totally can't believe it. Now there's the thing is there's haters and lovers of every vehicle. And so if you read all the comments, everybody hates Ford and everybody loves Ford. Everybody hates Chevy and everybody loves... Actually, there's probably less Chevy haters because there's Ram haters. There's Ford haters. There's not a whole ton of Chevy and GMC.
You'd probably be surprised.
Maybe.
You just haven't ever gone down that rabbit hole. But now that you own one.
Well, it reminds me of that country song, if you hate everything, I hate you the least, or something. Have you heard of that?
No.
You need to listen to more country music.
Sounds good. Okay, will do.
Okay, so we're gonna
dive into some episodes.
I'm gonna set the stage here for what we've been doing in the Perkins Builder Brother Mega Build. We've been putting concrete board on columns. Wow.
Should I do the drum roll?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's actually all. So, in addition to that, though, I will say on another job site, we've been working with Arlo, getting some concrete slabs poured for his next personal build, which is a garage and a carport for his wife, him and his wife, Jan. And so that happened. So some of these comments, of course, like always, are scattered between sort of a couple of different topics. And I took a screenshot of the ones that I thought were interesting. Okay. Here we go. Comment number 1. Somebody says, actually, Colette McNeil says, I love that you keep teaching Max throughout the many steps of a project. So he was his first concrete pour. He never poured concrete. And concrete is stressful because it's time sensitive. You got big trucks. You got a lot of noise. The truck's just running. You got people running around everywhere. And, you know, it's heavy and hard work. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know what to do, what do you do? Dude, I don't know.
Right.
So Max was like, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, oh man, how do I answer a question like that? The truck's right here. I mean, we're getting ready to start. We try to make a little pre-game plan of who's going to do what. Let's divvy up the work.
Yeah.
And
Everybody get your tool.
I gave him my best description of what I thought he should do if he doesn't know what to do, which is this. Grab a tool of any kind. It could be your foot. It could be a trowel. It could be a rake, and make the concrete be flat.
Yeah.
At the level where it belongs.
Grab a rake and just bounce it up and down inside of the.
Yes. There is never a time when your tool should not be touching some wet concrete.
Yes.
Did I say that right? I think so.
Yeah.
So be always, if you're just standing there, you're doing nothing to help. So get that tool in the concrete. Be pushing, pulling, jabbing, poking, doing, spreading, raking, be doing something.
Yeah. This episode had the smaller of the two pours on it, looked like. And the concrete on the first pour was really thick, like dry.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do.
And then this one seemed more...
Well... And
more
wet. More wet? Yeah, maybe more wet. We'll talk about that a little bit. But I will say, the machines that we used are my machines, like the concrete trowel machine, the gas-powered troweling machine, and the gas-powered screed, we call it. And, those actually were given to us by companies that make this type of equipment. And they, wanted us to have these machines of their brand put on the show. So that's great. And when these machines are in the shop, they sit a long time. I don't pour concrete every week or every month even. And so the night before this, I said, Arlo, man, let's get these machines out and start them up. I bet they got bad gas in them, and they did. So we dump out the old gas, we put new gas, we clean them up a little bit, we get them running. Mm-hmm. Okay, the night before, I know these things run. And they're both brand new, by the way, both those gas machines. So I left Arlo at the job with the machines after, we set the concrete, we'll call it placing the concrete, and he's going to run the finishing machine himself. Great. I don't need to be there for that. It's going to take hours and hours. So he calls me freaking out because it won't start. I'm like, dude, we started it. Come on. I know it starts.
Don't make me come over there.
And the problem was he was confused about what the safety switch was. That is a kill switch. I'm sure people have seen videos on YouTube or Facebook or somewhere where if somebody lets go of a trowel machine, it spins around like a helicopter and you can't stop it. Like try to lasso it with a rope. They're powerful and they're heavy.
Sure.
And dangerous if you're trying to grab on one like you're riding a bull. So anyway, this switch is a brilliant little simple design that it's a centrifugal switch. It will actually flop outwardly with the centrifugal force and shut the machine off.
Smart.
So it is pretty brilliant. Anyway, that switch, he was uncertain what that one did or which way it was supposed to be positioned. And it was switched off.
Of course.
And he was trying to start it for 30 minutes. In the meanwhile, concrete was setting, getting harder, and it was almost got away from him and got too hard.
Stressful.
So I was like, dude, it's this. And he was like, oh,
man, darn it.
So anyway, but it went good. He got it slicked out.
That was a good Arlo right there. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Let me just tell you this one thing. He calls me all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll move on from that there. ITIS says, I don't understand why you took the time to take off the zip tape and the priming if you were just going to cover it all with the cement board. So, at the mega build, we got these giant columns on all the deck piers. And, we framed them up and then we covered them with, 3/4 thick Advantech subfloor. And then we zip taped all the joints to keep water from, getting in or whatever, just like normal framing. And it turns out when the stucco guy saw that, he said, man, that zip tape is not compatible with my, the products that you put on, which is like a fiberglass mesh on every corner and every seam and a waterproofing agent, coating. You paint it on.
Yeah,
it looks like paint.
The blue paint.
Yeah, it's like a rubber. I don't think it's rubber. I don't know what it is. So we had spent a lot of time, of course, zip taping it like always, and then only to find out that you got to take it all off. And guess what? Zip tape sticks really well. The adhesive, it is hard to pull off.
I mean, that's the point.
It is. It's a forever kind of tape. So don't tape something together with zip tape if you think you want to take it apart later.
Let me tell you, that was not cheap either.
No, zip tape is...
Well, the zip tape alone.
Oh, plus the labor. Yeah,
yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we just...
And Jason, he probably gave you some lip for like 3 days.
Yeah, I will say, though, they did it amazingly fast. My guys
really?
taking
Once
it
they
off.
figured out the technique.
Yeah, they actually did it faster than I thought. But
that comment's not wrong. Like, you haven't answered the question.
No.
Why? Why did you have to take it off?
because the waterproofing in the fiberglass mesh is they won't warranty it if you stick it over a tape thing. It has to be direct to the substrate.
Gotcha.
And the zip tape
all right
made that not possible.
So it had to happen.
It did.
Okay.
Yep. It wasn't a choice. We didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. In this episode, also Eric's car seemed to have blown up, but it didn't. It still runs. But he had a giant coolant leak where his car showed up at the top of the mountain with what appeared to be smoke, but it was actually a mist, I guess. Coolant.
Yeah, I mean, his car was about to overheat.
Yeah, it was overheating. And so somebody says, probably a blown head gasket pressurizing the coolant system. It is a Subaru. Duh. So, yeah.
It's on TV.
So I guess Subarus are known for blowing head gaskets, which I guess Eric figured it out. We put some coolant in it. And we had this discussion about what color of coolant goes in there. And I'm telling you what, dude, I know there's like green and orange, but when I went to the store to buy him some coolant, he called me because he was working at the job and had this problem and I was away somewhere. He said, get me some coolant, right? Dude, there was every color of the rainbow of coolant on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's too complicated.
Is it?
Yeah. It is.
I mean, you're right, but they serve specific. I'm going to pull an old school Brett comment here. I'm going to read from the interweb because a lot of people asked. Well, you guys didn't know, I guess, necessarily, or Jason's like, you don't have a Japanese car.
Well, yeah, it was an Asian vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got?
Coolants are different colors primarily because of the dye is a way to distinguish different formulations, such as the type of corrosive inhibitors, which are designed to be compatible with different materials and manufacturers.
So every engine is not made of the same materials inside.
That's correct. Yes.
And so the formula for the coolant is matched per...
I think it's interesting, though. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like it's by geographic region. So that's interesting. Like there's a German European car color. Okay. And there's a Asian car color, like
by the country that the vehicle is from.
Yeah.
Or designed or manufactured or whatever.
It's interesting though. Like why don't Hondas and Porsches use the same? Like, but Porsche, Audi, BMW, Mercedes are all the same.
I don't know.
That's a deeper dive into the answer we just got. Let's put it that way.
All I know is growing up, antifreeze is green.
Do not mix them. Yes. I will tell you that.
Don't mix
colors. They will react with each other, and that is bad. So
it'll gel up and basically clog all the coolant lines in the engine. Yes. In the engine.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. I mean, it's not something you want to happen.
Okay, so be careful when you buy coolant. Buy the right one, whatever that is. All right.
Yes, it's no joke. And I think there's a universal one that could be safe.
I think so. That means it's probably not right for your vehicle, but
correct,
it just won't.
In a pinch,
it won't react.
I mean, you could also use, water or something else if you had to.
You could. All right. I'm not a mechanic, but I want to be.
But be safe. Don't just go grab coolant off the shelf thinking it's going to save you in a pinch because not going to happen. Correct.
Okay. Also, in this episode, I machined some little parts, door catch plates, door latches, and that was actually really fun for me. I'm going to read you the first comment that came up to this. A guy says, 25 years of a machine shop with experience. He said, that's the cleanest Bridgeport I've ever seen. Well, and I will say when I got it, it was not clean at all. It was the nastiest Bridgeport he probably would have ever seen. And I restored it and took a lot of time and a lot of money for me to restore it. I will say it's not 100% done though, because the table, like where it moves back and forth, has got a little bit of slop in it, a little bit of play. I did my best to reduce that amount of play there's like a split nut, like a brass nut in there you can spread apart and it'll sort of take out some of the slack. But I need to go ahead and get a ball screw for that.
Maybe. Somebody said that wouldn't solve your problem.
Really? A ball screw wouldn't?
There was a comment when we talked about that machine a while back that may not actually solve your problem.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to have to call my guy. I got a guy. At this, there's a machining place that I got all my parts from. Let me think what the name of that was. I get emails from him all the time.
Do you think you're happy about making this? I mean, look, you like making stuff, don't you?
I do. I loved it.
Like that's total problem solving Jamie right there to a T.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And I had the best day just in my shop making those metal parts. Anyway, yes, I had a great time doing that. Okay, and then
I think you were wearing safety glasses. Somebody said.
Well, I know, and this comment also says, "Hey, also wear safety glasses. The end mill can shatter and ricochet pieces of metal." And
maybe not.
Maybe I wasn't wearing glasses. So if I wasn't,
that's rare that you're not.
That's on me, and that was a bad choice. I should have had. I pretty much always do.
Yeah,
I live with safety glasses on my head, but I did not wear them in this video. So that's bad, Jamie. Bad, Jamie.
Yep.
Put on safety glasses. Also, recommendations for me to use some oil and also to do a climb cut to do my finishing pass. That would have made a smoother surface. And I did that on one of them, but I didn't use any oil or any kind of lubricant or coolant with the aluminum. So there you go. Feeds and speeds probably could have helped too, but I was doing it all manual. So,
And we could talk a lot about these latches. That's really cool though. I'm glad. That's problem solving 101, Jamie Perkins right there.
Well, I had a good time doing it. And we'll also say, and we'll finish up on this topic by saying that people were concerned that when it gets hot outside in the summer that these doors won't close now, because I did this to accommodate the cold where the door gap, the doors and whatever they are spread themselves apart as in they shrank because it's cold or something. And then when it gets hot again, will they push back together and not close? And I don't think that'll be a problem because the gap was so large that I think it'll still work. But I did save all the factory latch plates. They're in a box, the screws and everything. And I told my homeowner about it so that in the case that did happen, there's all the parts.
Okay, cool.
And also, let me say this.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know what brand these doors were. There's not the brand. It's not the same brand as the windows. Mm-hmm. But these doors were from Home Depot. Well, they're not from Home Depot. They're just, you can buy them through Home Depot. They come from who knows where.
California.
Yep. And they're not the most expensive type of door.
Correct.
These giant openings, 12 to 16 feet wide openings that open all clear. Mm-hmm. It's a very popular modern design. I like the way it looks. I think it's super cool. I like the look of it closed. I like the look of it open. Wow, it's amazing. There's a huge wow factor. But the expensive or really high quality versions of these doors, they're like $30,000 a door per unit.
At least.
Maybe more.
At least, because those are big.
So, you could spend between $10 to $30, maybe $40,000 per thing.
Do you know how much those cost?
Less than 10, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, that's cheap.
These might be the cheapest ones out there.
Yeah. I mean, I would expect to pay $8 to $10,000 for a 16-foot wide sliding door with an 8-foot opening of any good quality. And this is a bifolding 16-foot wide. I'm losing what in the heck?
Your voice is cracking, bro. You've been hanging with me too much.
I'm not blowing bubbles though. But anyway, I've had in one of my houses a 16-foot wide slider that slid like this, and very intentional because my wife likes the outdoors but doesn't want bugs.
Right.
So you can have a screen door.
Okay.
Like does, Yeah.
These
cannot.
You don't have screens.
Correct.
Exactly.
So it had the same effect closed as the Mega, but had an 8-foot opening.
If you have a house design where you only have one set of these doors, maybe you could splurge and get a really nice one.
Right.
This house, however, has 4 sets. Okay. So can you imagine buying the $30,000 door and buying 4 of them? You're in 120.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. Right. Mm-hmm. But that's why there is the cheaper version.
But at that point, you should have just cantilevered out some steel girders and had a corner that disappeared and had bifolding into the corner. I mean, if you're going to spend $120,000, why not just have one that just goes?
I don't know. So I'm just saying I don't blame them for buying the ones that they bought at all. And when they're closed, they look as good as anything. I mean, and they're going to be closed most of the time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
All right. That's about all that. And I love making stuff out of metal. I was just telling Ray how much I love drilling and cutting metal. It's just, I don't know, there's something so satisfying about watching it cut because metal is such a hard material. It almost seems like you can't manipulate it like you can a piece of wood. Everybody knows you can cut a piece of wood with a saw and you can drill a hole in it really easy. And for metal, unless you're familiar with the tools to cut metal, you would think, I could never make a thing out of metal.
It's more intimidating.
Yeah, and so for me, it was just a whole opening of my mind and being able to get into metalworking some. And we'll talk about metalworking soon, won't we?
Yes. Actually, maybe.
Wink, wink. We already did talk about metalworking soon.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Go back and check this past Saturday's Jamie in the Wild. Oh, we think. No,
Yeah, we don't know. We're gonna go film some Jamie in the Wild right after we get out of the studio.
Yep.
And it's going to be exciting because we don't know what we're going to film, but I think I do.
All right. Good.
I think I do. Okay. Sorry about that.
Good, because I'm just the cameraman.
All right. No, you'll be there. Okay. This one made me laugh. Today we salute you, Mr. Durarock installer guy, real men of genius.
Mm-hmm.
Real
How
men
many
of
sheets?
genius. How many sheets? About 110 or 120 sheets of 3x5 Durarock.
How much is Durarock?
Durarock, I don't know, but I can tell you though, I don't know, but I got a discount because when you buy in quantity,
Everything in Western North Carolina.
I think it's like $14 or $18 a sheet, but it's a lot more. So actually, believe it or not, I got a really good discount for my homeowner on all the Durarock because every time I bought it, I bought 30 or more sheets.
Okay.
And that gets you into the high quantity discount.
All right. And that's all my truck can carry.
So there you go. So if you need 25 pieces, but you have to buy 30 to get a discount, buy 30 because you'll get those last 5 for free. And then you go return them.
All right. There you go.
Today,
Economics 101 by Jamie Perkins.
builder, purchaser, material guy, economics.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Lowe's. Give away your secrets. All right. This one made me laugh too, dude. Stucco guy. I'm definitely getting into stucco. Flexible hours, work from home. Oh man, dude. Hey, in defense, the stucco guy is my friend now, by the way. Nathan is his name. I won't tell you his last name, but he is my friend now because we talk so much. I've called him every week for 3 months. Okay. And
3 months?
yeah, my job as a contractor, a lot of it is communicating, calling people and planning the timing of what time they need to be at my job. So you never call a guy and say, hey, I'm ready for you today. Oh, what? Well, I can't be there today. You didn't let me know. So if you want to be smart about scheduling people, call 2 months before you need them and then divide that in half every time. So then call in 1 month, then call in 2 weeks, then call in 1 week, then call in 2 days, and then call in 1 day.
Yep.
And there's the guy, Nathan. He's actually a super great guy, and he is a very particular guy about his work. And that's what's taking him so long on his job. He's doing a near perfect job or a perfect job on his current job. And that's why he's not at my job. There you go. He's a great guy.
Thanks, Nathan. We'll see you in 2026.
And he's a real guy. He really exists. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was one of the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he's actually a real guy.
Actually real. Here's an interesting thing. Okay, the stuccoed columns are not going to be done, probably not done at the time when we are done with the house. And everything else will be done. Kitchen counters, sinks, water, toilets. I mean, all the trim, doors, everything you want to see is finished. All the lights, switches, outlets.
Paint inside and out.
Paint. I mean, you're going to walk in, you're going to say, wow, it's finished. And then you look outside and say, well, the columns are not done. To make sure that it wasn't a building code issue for us not being allowed to get the CO, which if you don't know, the CO is the Certificate of Occupancy. Mm-hmm. And the building department has that to hold over your head as leverage that if they say your house is not done, they are the ones in the position to submit your certificate of occupancy to the power company to allow the power company to turn on your power. So no CO equals no power equals you can't live there. Mm-hmm. Now we have power before we're done, and there's a certain exception where you're allowed to apply for a pre-CO that allows you to get electricity for certain reasons, and we usually do that. With all that said, the stucco portion of the columns is it's a non-issue for code, because it is considered superficial. The structural post, the pressure-treated post that's in there that holds up the building is there, inspected, and any and everything else you want to add to that, it's on you.
Okay.
They don't care. You could...
I mean, you could have just painted the blue board.
Yes, you could have done...
walked away.
You could have not put even any of the sheathing on there, right. Although that sheathing is adding some structural value for us, and they did inspect that too. So there you go.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is just to let everybody know, it's going to look very much like it does now when we're done.
Do they have water?
They're drilling the well right now.
Oh, dang.
So there's no water, but there's the well. I think they drilled about 100 feet the other day, and they're getting started.
That's fantastic news.
It's moving in the right direction.
Because you can't have a CO without water either.
That's right.
Okay.
We're going to bounce back to Arlo's for a second because I thought this was an interesting comment about concrete. My guy here says, I work at a concrete plant and I'm in, let's see. There we go. I work at a concrete plant and I'm in control of the process to make concrete. I live in the Netherlands. Whenever you guys do concrete, there are always a couple of things I notice that are very different from how we make it. For one, it's very dark. He's saying our concrete looks dark. If we want to make it that dark, we have to add coloring. You have to use black sand and make it this dark naturally. Also, and this is a long comment, so I got to scroll down here.
It's okay.
Also, it's very stiff. There's no reason for it to be so stiff. If you don't want it to be, you can use additives to make it set faster if you want to pour it more wet. And that is true. We do use sometimes the additives, but
temperature too, right? Or when it's cold, you add accelerants or whatever. But
yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's a whole chemistry of ways that you can control how wet the concrete is or how stiff it is and how fast it'll cure or delay its curing. Things like that. So we poured what I think is an average slump, we would call it. I don't know what it was, maybe a 4.5, something like that. And I don't really know exactly what slumps are needed for each type of application, but
okay.
At any rate, we won't get super deep in that because I don't even know.
Did you say what country it was?
The Netherlands.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How was that sip of coffee?
It was so good.
Sounded great.
Sorry. You know what? You forget that every sound that comes out of your mouth in this microphone is recorded. Yep. Isn't that great?
It is.
Okay, here we go. From this next comment's from a person in Brazil.
Okay.
Great video, guys. Let me just make sure I read it right. Great video, guys. You can't miss a single episode of this construction. I'm learning a lot. Jaime, I was impressed with the MyTech website. Those guys are very professional, and it's unbelievable what they do there. Greetings from Sao Paulo. I hope I said that right. Brazil. All right, so the MyTech thing is where it's a software that truss companies use to design trusses.
Oh, gotcha.
And I think in this episode I did a very short. There was just only just a super short blip of me. There it is right there. I went to the truss plant that's going to build the trusses for our next job, and dude, they have some impressive software.
Yeah,
and I can't use the software because you probably have to take a 10-year class to learn how it works. Probably not that long. Joke.
You mean it's not SketchUp?
It is but
I mean it's similar though.
It is not far from SketchUp, but it has structural.
Oh, it's like doing math.
It is structural. Yeah, it's not just a picture of a truss. It is.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
that's not the house you're building though, right?
No, this is an example.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So that is very cool, but I will be able to view the drawing. So he can have the drawing. I can get on my phone and I can scroll around in it and take measurements or just at least view it.
And then when you get the trusses, they're all numbered, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then it corresponds to location.
That's right. It should be pretty easy.
Right. Yeah. Although you did mention that the next house is a complicated roof strap system. Well, not complicated. It's just got a lot of roofs and different pitches.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Did they show the house? And
there is a little picture of the blueprint of the actual paper. Eric did get one little tiny short shot of the.
I can't remember where that was.
It was right in the mix there with the trusses. It was maybe only a half of a second of the picture of it. It's okay.
I'll just let this run. If I see it while you're talking, I'll stop. But go ahead.
That's all right. Okay.
You can keep going.
So for the trucks, we talked about trucks a little bit earlier, and I'm sorry these comments are so scattered, but that's the way they come in. That's the way I bring them out here. Okay, when is Jaime going to learn that any GM truck is better than any Mo junk, which I think he's talking about Mopar, or Ford? I think he meant Ford, but it says Ford, and I don't know if that's a joke or if he just typed it wrong. I have watched you guys since you started. That's a long time. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Seriously. We watch as a family for years now, and I love all your content. Tell Jaime from a master technician for 30 years for power, reliability, quality, durability, and resale. GM truck will outlast everything else.
Man, can we get a sponsorship?
Hey, GM, if you're listening, I would love to be driving one of your trucks to the job site. Not a joke. And the comment's not done yet. Just an FYI, I'm 66 and my dad still has his 1959 3100 drive and drives it all the time. Keep up the good work. Okay, well, I appreciate the comment there. And
so far, so good.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Okay, the door closing thing. People are so concerned about that door latch I made that when it gets hot, it's not going to shut. There's another comment about that. And, what I can tell you what'll happen, and I don't want it to happen. Nobody wants this to happen. It's a thing that happens to contractors is that if that door doesn't shut, my phone will ring. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's what, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that. Yeah. But I do know that's probably what'll happen. So, I'm saying,
you'll know in a hurry, even though it's cold out, the windows face due south. Like they'll get hot now.
Yeah. So, it's been hot at work.
Yeah. It's not 80 degrees, but they're not cool.
No, I think that these doors were so close to being on the threshold of never working from the start. And we just barely got them to work. That they were just, I bet you the latch didn't catch by a 16th of an inch.
Dang.
Not even. And so for it to move a 16th inch away from working to not working, that's all it took. I think we're totally fine.
And you already brought them in on the outside as much as you could. Like I remember you guys saying you had to hedge them in, like, right? Didn't you?
We did. We had to shim them in and bend and bow the frames.
Yeah, gosh.
Seriously,
we're not a good
like,
start.
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's not a good start.
That was after we had it fully assembled. We thought we were done. Mm-hmm. You think you're done, you close the doors that don't work. Mm-hmm. You're thinking, what in the world? And it's an expensive thing. Everybody's terrified of this thing because it's so expensive. And it's heavy and we don't know, we're reading the instructions, trying to figure it out. Okay, next comment here. Thought you guys would go for a smaller build after this mega monster, but judging by those truss drawings, and the next one is pretty massive too. Not complaining. Though more videos has always been good watching since the first main build series, and I can't stop now. So thanks for watching. And yeah, this next house is not small. It is not the mega build size. And I think the mega build caused me so much stress in trying to figure it out that I got a little bit wise about the front end of knowing what I need to know when I see missing information on a plan, and to being really keen to being like, okay, this thing doesn't really have everything I need. And so I'm doing all my homework way ahead in advance instead of it catching up to me and we're on site thinking, oh, I don't know how to build this. Mm-hmm. So
it's also more in line with what you guys have built in the past. So it may be bigger, but it's more traditional.
It is.
It's going to have more rooms, more basic structure.
Yes. And it's basically
not the heights.
It's basically a 2-story house.
Right. Some of the stuff that just took you so long, and this was just because it's so tall and big.
Yes. There we go.
Everything's heavier too.
Okay.
The roof alone.
I'll let you try to guess on the answer to this next comment. What is the total cost of the mega build?
You want me to guess?
Yeah, just guess. Whatever. You seen the house? How much does it cost?
Does that include land and excavation? Just the building?
Just the house structure.
1.6 million.
That's probably a good guess.
Not including any of the land, grading, road, well.
It'll be. I bet it'll be between 1.2 or 3 and 6. That's a pretty good range.
$400,000 range.
That's a pretty small percentage.
1.6. How big is it? 6,000 square feet.
Yeah.
Multiply that times 400. Ooh, that's 2.4 million. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot. But that if you use when you use a square foot price per square foot number, generally speaking, that's everything, not just the structure itself. So if we're talking just the structure, 1.6 to 1.8 is my guess.
Yeah. Well, and that's good. That's a good guess. And you know what's silly is that I don't know exactly what it costs too. Because people will say, oh, what in the world? You don't know how much it costs? Did you not give a bid? No, I didn't give a bid. The bank determined the value that they could loan on it, and they got the maximum amount for the loan. And then it's costing a lot more than that. So
it always does.
But and what's crazy,
has anybody ever come in under budget?
Not in cost plus world that I know of. But What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to look at a plan like that and know how much it's going to cost unless I build this house all the time? And I don't. It's the biggest, most expensive house I've ever built. Take the longest period of time ever for any house I've ever built. And what's crazy, and I say this and I mean it, but it doesn't sound great when I say it to a homeowner, is that I don't have any control over the cost of a house. Really, not really. I just build with my crew and my labor and the materials that you pick and the type that you want. Like whatever that costs together is what the cost of the house is.
You're not building 10 of the same thing.
I probably will never build that house again.
Yeah. I used to want people to give me a bid, right?
Right.
But now I'm kind of like, I feel, and maybe I'm wrong, and I don't mean to sound down on people in the construction world, but I don't want somebody to say, well, this bathroom's going to cost me 20 grand. It's 20 grand.
Okay.
Okay. Well, does that mean you're going to do it on the cheap to make as much profit as possible? Or are you going to cut corners? Or are you going to give me the best quality for my money if I just say, you know what? You do it the right way on your time schedule, however long it takes.
Right.
Do it right. It costs what it costs.
You know what it comes down to?
And I think I'm mentally at 51 years old, having remodeled 20 houses in my life. I'm okay with that. Paying somebody cost plus to get the quality of the work.
To get
that
a good
I want.
quality of work.
Yes,
I agree.
I'm not looking for the cheapest.
To me, it comes down to trust. That's all it is. Do you trust the person you hired?
Yeah, well, that's a big one.
To do a couple things at least.
Sure.
You're trusting them to not rip you off. You're trusting them to do a good job.
Golly, there's so many bad eggs.
I'm just saying. How do you know? How would you know?
You can't.
How they're going to know?
I mean, I heard a story just yesterday from two friends, right? Local guys, really good friends of mine. One of them had tree work done. And around here, I mean, tree work, well, everywhere, tree work's not cheap. And it's very dangerous, especially if you already built a home, because then you're working around the structure. So anyway, this guy did a great job, cut all his trees. His neighbor took him up to his friend's house because he knew he wanted to have trees, gave him an estimate. The guy cut down some trees, left and never came back. And he's got like, a 20-foot nub because he cut the top off.
Okay.
And then skinned it, and it's sitting there. And then he basically took the money and left. So I'm like, dang, dude, even a highly recommended, straight from your neighbor, guy who just did a great job, stiffed the next guy next door.
You never know.
Golly. So be careful.
I know.
It is.
I don't know.
It's trust.
That's
why you get 2 to 3 emails a day to build homes within a 500-mile radius. And I'm like,
I do.
They don't even have a license in Alabama or wherever.
No, can't work out of state.
Yeah.
I did just did my CE for being a contractor, for being a qualifier for my company. Right. So
how was your class?
Class was good. I actually had a good time. 8-hour class. I did learn some stuff.
Anybody say, hey, Jaime Perkins?
Yep, I did have a few people that saw me from the channel and, wanted to talk. And actually the instructor is a guy that I know. I see him 8 hours a year.
Yeah.
I've been taking the same class from the same program, same instructor for the last 3 or 4 years at least. So
anything new?
Well, there's always something new, and it's usually related to the energy code.
Sure.
They're always trying to make houses be more efficient and more air sealed, which also causes some more problems with moisture, humidity, indoor air quality. And so those are the biggest things that, I won't spill it all.
I mean, we're blessed where we live. Air quality is not a big deal.
Right.
To begin with.
Right.
Some areas.
Well, what's crazy is that most of our air quality discussions are based on the indoor air quality that is not affected so much by the outdoor air quality that we live in, but from either moisture being a problem with air quality or VOCs from materials used, off-gassing chemicals and things like that in a house that could be detrimental or a negative impact if they're not controlled properly. Or, there's all kinds, like spray foam, for example. If it's mixed incorrectly, it can off gas for a long time and never set right.
Is that a product that we're going to look back on in 30 years and go, oof?
I still think it's a great option, but you have to make sure that the people that are applying it in the particular brand that they have are certified from that brand to do the proper installation, which is the proper mix of the chemicals, the proper temperature, the proper application in the structure during a time period where the air temperature and the temperature of the substrate that you're applying it to are within the ranges allowed by the manufacturer, and that the moisture content of that wood is not higher than it should be.
That was a mouthful.
Okay.
But I got you.
I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
There's places where it could go wrong.
Yes, understood.
Even if you're like, oh, it's 70 degrees outside. It's perfect.
Right.
But, oh, well, the wood is too wet. Or, oh, it's 70 degrees inside, but it's 2 degrees outside. And that wood is actually colder. I don't know. So in general, it's a good product. It's a great product, but you do have to follow the rules. You can't break the rules.
Yeah. Cool.
You'll regret it.
You won't know it, but you'll regret it.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to see how many more comments I got queued up here. A few more. Okay. Somebody asked,
Man, we got all the time in the world.
I don't know how long we've been talking.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're not going to tell me?
No.
See,
we got plenty.
When we start talking on the show, it's like a time warp.
Mm-hmm.
We could have been here for 4 hours for all I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. All right. Somebody says, I'm pretty sure I could buy a small house for the money those columns will end up costing. And you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm. $1,800 in Durarock.
You're not wrong.
Without a discount, by the way.
There you go. Okay, I agree. Okay. Could we change the pattern to a diamond pattern on the columns? I don't like Lego blocks. Let's do diamonds.
Too late.
And the answer is you can do whatever you like.
Well, you could have.
You could have. Yeah. At Bojangles, they got stars into the stucco on the side of Bojangles. So surely you can do any shape you like. You could make it be whatever. You could get 3D with it. You could go,
Mm-hmm.
And I think most of the time this kind of stucco, and we're using a Drive It brand. The stucco itself, I guess, is by a company called Drive It. So when people say it's Drive It, that's actually a brand, but it is synonymous with stucco. And most of the time in a commercial application, it's put over foam board, like a 2-inch foam board. And then they can carve out whatever shape they like in the 2-inch depth of that foam and then done all that. But we're not using foam because we don't want to build out too thick. We want the thickness only of the 1/2-inch Durarock is the maximum when that column gets bigger by an inch because it's got a half on each side. That's as big as we want it. We don't want it bigger.
I was wondering that.
Now, the foam could have been easier to cut and install maybe and all that, and it would have been just a perfectly fine substrate to apply the finish to, but my stucco guy recommended that this was our best bet, and I like it.
Okay.
I like it. By the way, the ladybugs are insane, and this happens every year. In the fall, we get a storm of ladybugs, and apparently they're not ladybugs, but we call them ladybugs. They're still not ladybugs.
Yeah, they're like the post-first freeze. It warms up again. They all come back out.
Yeah, they go into hiding, and then it gets warm one day, and they're like, oh, sweet, winter's over. We're going to come out.
Yeah, and they do. They come out in spades.
They get in
whatever that means.
I don't know. I didn't play cards much, but my kids do. Actually, my son Sawyer, he's getting into card tricks. So if you
I am aware.
Yeah, you've been over the house. Yes. If anybody comes over to the house, my boy's going to be like, hey, let me show you a card trick. Mm-hmm. And he's got some pretty good ones. I won't lie. I don't know how they work.
It means in very high degree is what it means.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where it comes from, though.
As far as the Drive It goes, here a guy says, a guy with
as far as the what goes?
Drive It. That's the stucco.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Plain and Simple 442 says 40 years ago, Drive It was used on everything. So apparently Drive It's been around a long time. He says here, we call it Drive It and Shove It. So
yeah, there's a picture.
Okay, there you go. Now that is the base coat. Mm-hmm. And another thing, this groove that Eric's got his hand on there, that's a square groove right now. It's actually going to become a V groove. And he has a special trowel, of course, with a V shape, and it'll become that. So, but every inch of that is fiberglassed over the Durarock, all into the shape of the groove and around it, and it's all very nicely and neatly tucked and folded, all the cuts and wraps. Anyway, and it's weird to touch something that looks like concrete and you tap your fingers on it and it sounds hollow because it is just a wood and concrete hollow box. To me, that just wigs me out every time, but...
It's going to look so cool.
Oh, dude, it's going to be amazing.
If you're into this style of home, this one is going to look so cool.
I'll be honest, this has really opened my eyes to some other crazy cool ideas of how to build stuff. Like whatever you can imagine, you could build it out of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know who coined the phrase mountain modern, but that's exactly what this house is. Definitely. Exemplifies mountain modern. It's really cool.
Definitely.
Somebody was like, I can't believe you guys are still building that conference center. It's like, well, It doesn't feel like a conference center when you're standing there.
No. And the company...
It's warm inside and modern.
It is. The company that they bought these plans from is called Advanced House Plans. Mm-hmm. They're on the internet, not sponsored by them. This house design is the poster child for the modern category on their website. So this is like the mother of modern for their category. And this one was modified to its current design. That's not the stock design.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Somebody says here, it's a tad boring watching you guys working on the columns forever. See how my voice changes? I try to make it sound like what they would sound like.
Wah, wah.
I'm sure that it felt like Groundhog Day for you guys, and it does, and it did. And you know what? There are comments about, oh, you guys are really milking this one, really not doing any work. And you know what? We're just bringing people along for the actual reality of what it's like for us to do this. And yeah, do we want to be doing this same thing over and over? Mm-hmm. Not really, but do we have to finish a house? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's just the reality of it.
I think part of being a home builder like you guys is, and Jamie's really good at this, y'all. Just if you don't know this already, Jamie and Eric have stick-to-itiveness. Okay, so your ability to see something and see it through to the end is, it's a trait that you have and your brother has, and probably got it from your dad. And I know your mom too, but your parents. But like, I used to call a lot of contractors 90%ers.
You're right.
Because they're like, I'm done, but it's not.
I'm checked 10%. Out.
Yeah, they like mentally check out. Like, and it takes a special trait to just power through doing a week worth of the exact same thing because it's got to be done. And who else? Like, you turn around, and I say this to Ben all the time. Ben and I, and you turn around. There's nobody behind you when you own your own business.
Well, that's true.
So ain't nobody else doing the work.
It's kind of falls on you as an entrepreneur, as a contractor, small business owner, especially.
Yes. So it's a trait, and Jason and the guys, they give you crap all the time, like, oh my God, we got to do this. But I mean, a lot of that's just for fun.
It is for fun.
They know that they're just doing their job and it is what it is. And today we're going to do this.
So, you might hear complaining like from Jason or whatever, or anybody else on the crew about this, but it's not real. I mean, they are all.
It's not all real.
There
are moments.
we don't exaggerate much to film things that are exciting or boring.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, nobody's ticked off of really in reality. Yeah. So everybody's
I think Eric's done a really good job the last couple of weeks because it is exactly what that guy said. I mean, you're just powering through some of the stuff that has to get done in order for the job to keep moving forward. And Eric's making light of it. Like, this is what we're doing, y'all. Like, this is reality. So
for sure.
And then when we get to the next house, it may happen a little faster, more normal, on a more normal timeline than this, which would be nice for you guys.
Yeah. Somebody says here, how long will you be doing this house? OMG, you are working so slow. Frowny face. It will take you 10 years to finish. Well, that's exactly what we're talking about here.
I also, I'll make a comment to that. In Western North Carolina, where we live, there are not massive crews of people. So if you live in, I'll just use Charlotte or another metropolitan area in North Carolina, Charlotte or Raleigh or somewhere like that, right? And you build a home that's 6,000 square feet, which is not uncommon.
Okay.
You're going to bring in a framing crew. You're going to bring in a drywall crew. And when I say crew, right there, it's like 12 dudes show up on a job and they're building. Okay, but that doesn't exist where we live.
It does not exist here.
No, so if you want to build a house like this, it's going to take a long time because the skilled labor required to build a home of this magnitude fast doesn't exist.
That's right. That's why 4 guys out there build it slow.
That's correct.
But also, if I had access to the labor force to build this fast,
still wouldn't do it.
Yet, with the set of plans that I had on hand, it would have been a literal train wreck.
Yeah, correct.
It would not have worked. It would have come to a halt before it ever became to be.
Right.
It would not work.
Yeah. It wasn't a full set of detailed drawings.
No, we literally built it as fast as I could figure it out.
Right.
Which was very slow.
Yeah. Well, not really, but yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all the comments I have. I don't want to end on a Debbie Downer note here, but...
Well, we won't then. I'll ask you some more.
Well, okay.
How about that?
That's fine. That's fine.
Let me see if I can get to some comments that I got.
Well, I didn't know you had a little stash of comments today.
Yes. All right. So we're going to go with a couple of Patreon comments.
Okay.
That's the second shout out for our Patreon members. We appreciate you very much. It's how we keep this channel going. And,
For now, it is.
Yep. So if you want to listen to ad-free content, no, I'm just kidding.
No, come on.
All right. So AJ, as a former fire, so this is in comment to the last episode where we talked about fire codes and building up on mountains and not having the appropriate, or not being able to get to them if something happened.
Right.
As a former firefighter EMT, I found the fire department info interesting. In Wisconsin, many departments used paid part-time or on-call staff to cover emergencies and cut benefits cost as volunteerism declines. What do you guys do for work in the winter to keep the staff? Same question for you and me,
Okay.
BCO in the bakery versus construction. Up here, a lot of contractors switch to snow and ice removal. So what do you guys do in the winter? You build houses?
We still build houses. We try to do our normal job of, framing, siding, painting, interior stuff through the winter. Now, I am not in a position financially in my crew where I can pay them to have the winter off and be guaranteed they'll come back in the spring. And by the way, I can't take 2 months of work off either. So I would love to just be like, dude, I'll see you in April. Let's meet back here and we'll start another
great,
job.
Not going to happen.
I guess if I did, like said, snow clearing or something, we don't get enough snow that would not work here. We just have to find some other thing to do that was inside for the cold period of time. Now, for me personally, I thought I'll build furniture. That was my personal thought. I'm like, okay, when it gets cold, I'll build furniture. I'll sell it. I'll make money just like I'm building. That hasn't really panned out. And I kind of gave up on building
A
furniture.
stack of cookies in your corner of your basement.
Yes. Okay. So update on the cookies.
Okay.
I have a lot of wood cookies, which wood cookies are end grain slab cuts. It's a circular piece of wood about 3 inches thick of the slicing off the end of a tree like a piece of summer sausage. All right. A big one. And I went cookie crazy a while ago.
Yes, you did.
I did. I have about, 75 of these wood cookies, and they're all really good ones too. Like I didn't want to keep junky ones forever in my shop. I don't have a lot of space. And the other day I went to the Klingspor Woodworking Shop, which is a fine woodworking store in Asheville, North Carolina, where I get a lot of high quality supplies and tools. And I called their wood purchasing person to see if they would buy all my wood cookies. Because I'm like, you know what? They're just sitting there. I look at them. It's like so much work. If I think about actually making them into tables, it kind of stresses me out when I see that much potential work. And also they're taking up my space. And I thought, I'm going to sell my wood cookies. So I sent him pictures. We didn't even negotiate price. And he said he was not interested in them. So that was a dead end. So if you know anybody that
I
wants,
literally thought you were going to go through the whole thing and say, and they're going away tomorrow.
I wish that was the case, because I'd be selling them and make a few bucks for all my work and time that I've got. I've got so much time in those cookies, man.
And they've been drying for
Years. They're dry. So if anybody wants a good wood cookie and they want to buy it from me, or if you want to buy 75,
75.
drop a comment.
All right, maybe we'll do a short.
I have
and
some.
throw them out there so people can see them.
Let's do a short.
All right. I mean, not a Jaime in the Wild, but just like a little 30-second.
Now, Brett didn't know I was going to bring this up, but this was what happened, something this week. I thought it was interesting. I would have loved to sell the whole batch. I would just sell them all so that I could go find some more. And no, I don't want to do that. I'm like that. I'm kind of like, when you drive off the edge of the road and then you swerve really hard and then you go off the complete other side of the road. That's what I'm like.
I understand.
And you know that about me.
I do.
Dude, I can be extreme sometimes. I'm like, dude, I want all the wood cookies I can get. And I spend all my time getting wood cookies, and then I get a bunch of them. And then I'm like, I got to get rid of all these wood cookies.
Yep.
I'm like so back and forth. Okay, what's the next comment?
Swing all the time. Well, I didn't get the answer from me.
What was what was
He has the same question of
what do you
BCO
do?
in the bakery.
How do you keep people busy? in the
The
winter?
bakery closes for 2 to 3 weeks in February, late January, early February. So everybody gets a break because they don't get breaks otherwise. Like you can't take a vacation in the bakery. There's only so much staff and everybody relies on everybody. So it's kind of hard without closing. So that closes. But anybody that wants to work, there's plenty to do. So we'll keep them employed even just to clean the whole thing, right? You got to literally
deep
couple
clean.
times a year, deep clean everything. And then BCO, we don't lay off any staff. We've got one guy right now that works at our Cherokee location that will go. I think he's going to South America for like a 2-month bike ride.
That's a long bike ride.
You know, it's voluntary though, so he's going.
Yeah.
But everybody else, even though it's really slow in January and February, we've committed. I don't want to have to hire new people, and I really like all the people that work for us.
Mm-hmm. Same.
So I can't afford to lose them, and it's just money out of my pocket. It is what it is.
Okay, fair enough.
So
do what you can, and then wait for better times.
Yeah. There's not enough snow here, by the way, to be in the ice and snow removal business.
No.
Not as a private contractor.
Nope.
So
we don't get a lot.
We don't. Bryson City is only at 2,000 feet. I don't know how many people know that. I mean, we get snow around us, but inside city limits, not a ton.
No, the mountaintops get it pretty good, but you know.
All right. So Danny from Patreon, why don't you use a job trailer for all your tools?
Oh man, we talk about this.
Yeah.
We talk about this, and I'll tell you who. Do you know who really wants one the most on my crew? Jono, exactly. Because Jono's the most organized with his tools. If you've seen his truck, you know, he's got all the pack out boxes perfectly organized. They're stuffed. I mean, he has an incredible amount of tools that are highly organized, and it drives him crazy, I'm sure, when he sees my truck and it's a total.
I mean, or your brother's.
Total. Oh, both of ours. Eric's is worse.
Yeah, well, yours doesn't have anything in it.
I'm going to say mine.
That was funny. I don't remember what episode is that. It was like a couple episodes ago. They're like, hey, let's look in Jamie's pack out boxes or whatever. And there was literally like nothing in any of them. You're just carrying around boxes. But it was when they were in your dad's truck.
Right.
And you were kind of just in transition because the Dodge was in and out of the shop.
I'm just trying to look the part. Eventually there'll be stuff in there.
Jamie, he just plays a contractor.
That's all good. I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Job site trailer. Is there a reason why though? You don't?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't have one that I can dedicate to that. I do have a job site trailer that looks like a job site trailer, but it has a different purpose for me already. It's used full time for something else. And I am so scared somebody's going to take it. That is probably the number one factor for everybody, is that somebody can hook up to that thing and take it all. Now, before you say, oh, we'll just take the wheels off, I know you can just take the wheels off, and people can bring their own wheels and put them on. And that does happen. I've seen it happen. And if you don't have wheels on it, and they don't have wheels either, and if they have a Sawzall, they can cut through that skin on the trailer and have your stuff in no time if they want it.
Yeah.
So am I going to have an insurance policy on my trailer and do that? I don't know. Would it be convenient? Probably.
I would say with the onset of battery-powered tools, nothing left behind on a job site is safe. If people want it.
If somebody wants it, they're going to have it.
Yeah. You also tow a lot of trailers like on a day-to-day basis.
I do.
And then I could see you being at home and needing something and it being at the job, and that'd probably tick you off even more than not having it on the job site.
That is true. I go all kinds of places doing personal things and, some for work too, but a lot just at the house. I don't have two sets of everything. Mm-hmm. And so the tools that are in my truck, yes, I need them. Like when I come home, I might need this or that, a saw, something, a grinder. Mm-hmm. Now I do have other saws and grinders, of course, but tools in general, yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
So I'm not highly in favor of that.
Okay.
Maybe here's an exception, maybe if I had a shipping container, a seriously thick metal, lockable. Now, does that mean someone can't cut into a shipping container? No, of course not.
Yeah, it's not highly portable though.
No, it would have to be moved with a giant truck, dropped off, boom.
Yep. I own one.
I actually want a shipping container.
Where are you going to put it?
I don't know.
No.
But I have a lot of tools that I want to get out of my shop that are I'm using my workshop space in the metal shop as storage. It's consuming a lot of this space that I would love to just use for actual doing stuff.
Yeah, I could see that.
Man, I've thought about it.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
I got a big one.
You want to give it to me?
It wouldn't fit. I have a big one.
What's in it? Well, you don't have to say what's in it.
I'm going to tell you what's in it.
Gold bars?
Yeah. God, I wish.
No, I know. Okay, so you have one.
Yeah.
You think I should get one?
You could put like a 15-footer next to your workshop, your metal shop, and it wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Well,
but
I thought about putting one in a different location other than my house, but
no,
that's going to be
definitely not.
Then you got something off-site somewhere.
Forget it.
It's somewhere else.
No.
Oh, I need a thing.
You may as well throw the stuff away that you put in it because you won't. I know you won't go get it. You'd rather you go to Ace and buy something else before you go to wherever that thing is.
I know. It's true.
Sorry, boss. If it's not on your house, if it's not at your house.
Yeah. And I can't, okay, so
no-go.
So maybe that'd be a good idea if I had a shipping container on site per job. Say it stays there 6 months or a year and a half. Then I don't know.
Yeah.
Then I just get it moved. Yeah. I like that idea. That's
not terrible.
Now, a buddy of mine that used to work for me, Andy, he actually got a job site trailer that is his office. Mm-hmm. And that's a great idea too.
Yeah.
Like he's got a desk, he's got a microwave, a little kitchen, it's got a heater, an air conditioner, whatever. So if the guys need to get out of the hot or the cold, or he needs to make phone calls and be looking at plans and calculating material. No, I don't. My truck is that for me. My truck is my everything office related and tool carrying. You've been doing it for 20 years this way, so it's okay. I know. It'd be a big change. Yeah. Now don't get me thinking about it. Now quit asking me questions like this.
I didn't ask it. I didn't ask it.
No, that is a great question.
Yeah, Danny. Thank you, Danny.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Keep them coming. All right, so we'll get maybe one or two more.
Okay.
We'll go with something that may or may not happen on the new build. So you made the comment about Nudura ICF.
Yep.
And Blackbird 7 made the comment, let's go.
Hey.
Please do Nudura. I'm drawing my next house in SolidWorks. Do you know what SolidWorks is?
I'm assuming it's a design software, but no, I don't.
Think so. With Nudura blocks right now, and would love to see how you guys would do this currently.
Okay. Well, you're about to see it, I think, because pretty much...
You think, right? So it's not 100%, but it's potentially in the works.
It's 100%.
Okay.
It's 100%. So on this job...
the next job,
the foundation, I had two guys bidding, doing poured concrete walls, solid concrete with forms. And the idea of doing a Nudura ICF wall was also in the mix. I pretty much already decided with my homeowner that we're going to go with the Nudura blocks for reasons, which we'll get into as we go to build. And I went ahead and called the guys that were giving me bids for the concrete walls and said, "Look, I'm sorry, but thank you for your bid, and we're going to do something else." So basically, I cut ties in that direction, and so we're committed to the Nudura wall. We're going to do an 8-inch concrete wall. So the total thickness though is 13 inches. That's a big thick wall.
It is. It's great though.
8 inches
insulated.
Of concrete. It's super insulated, and we're going to put a ton of steel, more than average, for an 8-inch poured wall to be 10 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
It'll only have 8 feet of backfill though. So that's key.
Yeah, gotcha.
You can do up to 9 or 10 even on that 10-foot wall, but we're going to have less than that.
Does it count structurally as a 13-inch wide block, or does it count as...
I don't think so.
Yeah. So you can only go high as an 8-inch with that particular Nudura product.
Yes. In the past, we have I don't want to say been negative in our discussion about ICF walls here where we live because of termites, but I think they have made changes in the material of the foam, and it has a termite prevention, either a chemical or some property of the foam that is anti-termite.
Okay.
In addition to that, at the very top, the foam portion is 2.5 inches wide.
Get
right?
the camera on you there. So
okay.
Yep.
Oh, you got me?
Yep.
Let's see if I can get these proportions right. Get your tape.
That's
get your
right.
tape measure. Okay, you got an 8-inch wall in the middle, and then you got 2.5 of foam on each side. That equals 13, right? Close enough.
Yep.
All right. Now, at the very top of the wall, your sill plate's going to sit on top of that, and you don't really want it just sitting over that edge of 2.5 inches of foam. Because that's kind of the load bearing. So anyway, the last block that you set on top is a tapered block to where the concrete actually goes out to almost the full width. And then you can form with 2x4s or 2x6s on the sides to have a full 2 or 3 inch thick top cap of concrete that takes the load and transfers it down into the wall, but also creates a barrier of solid concrete where if you did get termites, they cannot travel straight through the foam into your wood structure.
Very smart.
So that's a twofold way to do it. In addition to the required termite treatment below the slab, chemical treatment under the concrete slab in the basement, and then bait system traps around the perimeter of the whole house. So we're trying to attack this termite problem in every which way.
So do you have a 13-inch wide 2x that goes on top of that?
A 2x13? No. That is a little bit of that's a great question actually, because we're going to use what we call top cord bearing floor trusses, which means they hang on that top.
But they got to go on something other than the concrete.
Yes, they do. And you also don't want to hang it on foam. And there is a limit to how far they can extend out. They can't go 13 inches out and bear on a thing the way that they're made. There's probably different ways they can make them, but with the number of blocks they're allowed to stack vertically to make that solid end and the size of plates that are available to connect all those blocks together and to the load-bearing web part of the truss, they can only go out like maybe 10 inches maximum. And so we're going to end up probably with a little ladder-style looking truss that'll actually run the perimeter, or solid wood. Actually, solid wood would be better because deck bands bolting on and things. And so we may double stack like two 2x8s for that top cap. And it may be one giant wide wood top cap. Good question, Brett.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yep. We hadn't figured it all out, but that's, I've actually got, while we've been talking here, I got a message from my truss designer, the MyTech drawings on the trusses. I think he just sent them to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe we can bring them up one time on your computer and talk about it.
That'd be fun.
I mean, are you building this in SketchUp, the house?
Yep.
Okay.
I am. And I'm actually waiting for these drawings to come in so that I see his actual drawing so I can make my SketchUp drawing be exactly what the representation of what's going to get built. So sure. I hit stop on me doing drawings until this came in. So, and I'm doing it for a couple of reasons, for me, just to see it before I build it. That helps me mentally to be like, I've already seen this house exactly the way it's going to be built. Now I just build it.
Yep.
Okay. Another reason is for me to show, on the videos what it's going to look like. I can rotate it, zoom in, whatever. I can show everybody.
Yeah. And that might be really helpful now that we'll be into a new build from the beginning, because this podcast, the whole thing started mid mega build.
It did.
So we could kind of follow along and maybe bring in SketchUp a little bit more and talk about the details as you guys are building it on this show. You build it on the Perkins Builder Brothers, and we come in and you could talk about the detail. That'd be cool. That'd
be good. And also, I want to bring in a friend of mine, Heath, that has been on the show some. He's also known as the actor that replaced the person that played the character of Jason.
Yes.
on the tiny house, or the tiny house.
Yeah.
So my friend Heath, he's become a good friend, and he is actually really good at SketchUp. I mean, super good. So he's got some really great, like super computer skills.
Yeah. He designed upon Jamie's recommendation, he designed the new office space for the town of Bryson City.
Yep.
Which is cool. I went to a town meeting, and Heath was there at the table. I was like, I mean, I know I have to speak, but what are you doing here?
Yeah. Did you see his drawing?
Fun. Yeah, of course.
I haven't seen it, but I imagine it's as good as
an office. It's a 3-dimensional office space drawing.
Yeah.
Worked out great. And I guess he went through like 2 iterations, which is not that many.
That's not bad.
He drew something, and then they were like, we kind of need to move this over here or whatever. But
sure. And he's like, click, 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 drag, delete.
I mean, it was a little more than that.
All right, whatever.
But yes, he can do that.
Yeah.
But it was a little more specific at that point.
Well, he's just to give you an idea. I mean, when I draw a SketchUp drawing, a 3D drawing of a house, it's for me to know that I know how to build it. Mm-hmm. And it will maybe only just one drawing. And there may be sections I pull aside, like a staircase. I'll build a staircase out in the wide open so I can see all around it. But it's literally just one click, open that that folder, and boom, there's that drawing. That's the only one I have. And like he's drawing a house plan for himself that he'd like to build, and he's got 19 pages of printed out. They're as big as this table, man, and it's all beautiful.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yep.
So anyway, I want to have him on the show, have him right here in the hot seat. We can talk a little about SketchUp. How did he get so good at it?
Yeah.
And maybe he can teach me something live here. Maybe I'll pull up my SketchUp and he can be like, "Oh no, don't do it like that."
Yeah. Why are you copying, pasting every single floor choice?
I don't mind repetitive tasks.
No, you don't.
So I don't. Actually, maybe something about it I like.
I got another comment, but we'll just leave it at that. That was a really good ending.
Okay.
That was a good ending.
Right, super.
Very, very helpful.
Okay, super. Well, this has been fun.
Yep.
I've had a good time. I think we hit a lot of kind of cool stuff and a very diverse bit of conversation. And who knows what next week will hold.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I hope Eric...
Well, I haven't watched any videos, so...
I hope Eric puts out some more good Builder Brother videos, and we'll watch them and go over some comments. We will break free from the comment answering videos sometimes and hit some other topics when we see good stuff coming up. But otherwise, this is pretty much like a great way to produce content for us. So I always like to say thank you to everybody who's watching videos and dropping us comments that produce our content right here, and also for our Patreon people giving comments and other people in this video. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching or listening and being with us. If you don't know, just ask and be curious. And that's out of order this time, but that's the way it came out. So See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.